Hey, this is Cristóbal from Runway ML. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what we do as a company, but most fundamentally, I want to share a little bit about the technology that we use behind the scenes, and I think how important this technology is just not for us, but also for everyone who's thinking about building technology products today and in the future. So I guess quick intro on Runway. We're a company based in New York City that's building next generation creative tools with artificial intelligence. We basically allow creatives and creators to edit, create, and generate content really easily using powerful neural networks. Kind of like the context of why we're building this is because we've seen a massive shift and a massive kind of like adoption of deep learning and AI technologies over the last few years. It's important to notice that this is driven by mostly three factors. On the one hand, we have powerful GPUs, so powerful computing has become really accessible, mostly via graphics processing units or GPUs, right? And that together with a large amount of data, large amounts of data sets that are collected and generated through the internet has allowed these algorithms, these systems, these processes to get better and at learning about data. And so powerful GPUs plus powerful data allows computers to understand our real world in a better sense. There's also been a really interesting boom around computer vision research and deep learning research that has kind of like fueled and been the backbone of those two other factors. As I was saying before, GPUs and data. And so we see this as kind of like a very important technological shift and technological kind of like moment that we're living in, the impact that AI will have and is having, in our case, in like creative design industries, but also in a lot of other industries where we think this is going to be really impactful. For us, there are three things that are really important. The idea of automation, making things fast, making things simple. The idea of media, how you can create film, how you can create content, how you can create video really fast, and then how this automation basically lowers the barriers of entries for folks and for video folks and for creators to create content. A good way of visualizing how much progress has been made in regards to the technological updates on machine learning and artificial intelligence is probably looking at the last 5 years or so of research in one particular area, the area of image generation. So there's an algorithm that was first introduced, or a technique that was first introduced in 2014 called GAN. GAN stands for Generative Adversarial Neural Network. And this technique basically allowed the researchers who published it to create images, right? To generate images in the style of a particular data set they were looking for or they used. And so on the left side, you can see when the technique was first introduced and how this image was, the images that it was capable of generating. And then you can see on the far right, the images that are now able to generate using those kind of like same principles. These images are not real. These people don't really exist. These are computer-generated images using a GAN or an algorithm or an AI system that learn the patterns, the features, the key characteristics of a data set and learn how to compose those in a way that looks very realistic and very kind of like similar to the original images. And so I just want to share like one specific other project that I think is really important and I guess inspire you all to learn more about how important this technology is. This is a research by researchers at NVIDIA, and what they're doing here is they learn and they train a neural network that's able to understand the semantics and the characteristics of an image, and then they translate that learning into an interface. So what you see here is on the right, that image doesn't really exist. It's being generated in real time by the rough sketches that you see the researchers doing on the left. And so, again, large amounts of data, large amounts of GPU compute or computer power, powered by really smart algorithms, and a lot of like investment in like research has fueled a lot of new techniques and a lot of new ideas around content, around using AI for content creation. And so I just wanted to like highlight this particular example, which I think encapsulates really well how transformative and how impactful AI will be in our case in the area of creativity, but you can see how this also could be applied to other areas. And by the way, it's already been applied into a bunch of other disciplines and markets and companies. Well, that's it. Hopefully you'll find this short video useful, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm Cristóbal from Runway. See ya.